Imagine you walk into a store to buy the latest PlayStation game, but instead of a credit card or a $20 bill, you're dragging a literal, mooing, grass-eating cow behind you. You get to the counter and say, "One Spider-Man game, please. Here is 1/10 of a cow." The cashier looks at you like you're crazy. But here's the wild part. 5,000 years ago, that wasn't crazy. That was shopping. Before we had coins or apps, people paid for things with salt, giant heavy stones, and yes, even cows. But why? Why did we stop trading cows and start using these weird green pieces of paper? And what actually is that digital number in your banking app? Today, we're peeling back the curtain on the world's biggest game. By the end of this video, you'll know more about money than most so-called adults. Let's dive in. To understand money, stop thinking about cash and start thinking about Candy Crush or Fortnite. Think about when you play a game. You go on a quest, you defeat a boss, or you build a house. What do you get? Gems, coins, V-Bucks. Now, can you eat a Fortnite diamond? No. Can it keep you warm at night? Definitely not. It's just a digital drawing, but it represents something very real, your effort. Money in the real world works exactly the same way. When people go to work, they are basically completing quests for their boss. Maybe they're writing code, fixing cars, or teaching students. At the end of the week, the boss doesn't give them a bag of hammers or a pile of car tires. They give them credits. The lesson: money is just a way for society to keep track of how much work you've done. It's a giant, global scoreboard. When you have $10, it's basically a certificate that says, "Hey, this person did something useful for someone else, so now they get to have $10 worth of fun." You must have thought, if money is just credits, why don't we just print 1 billion credits for everyone so we can all be rich? Actually, history shows that when people tried to use easy money, like seashells, the whole system broke. Stick around, because in a few minutes, I'm going to show you why your favorite snack is the reason money was even invented. Before money, we had bartering. That's just a fancy word for trading stuff for stuff. Imagine you're at lunch. You have a delicious slice of pepperoni pizza, but you really want a chocolate chip cookie. You find Janice. Janice has the cookie. Perfect, right? Not so fast. Janice doesn't want pizza. She wants a new blue pen. Now you have to go find someone with a blue pen who also wants your pizza, just so you can get the pen to give to Janice to get the cookie. This is called the coincidence of wants. It's a massive headache. If you're a farmer who grows apples and you need a haircut, but the barber is allergic to apples, you're stuck with long hair and rotting fruit. The lesson: money was invented to be the universal trade tool. It's the wild card. Everyone wants it because they know everyone else wants it. Crisis averted. Did you know that for a long time people only trusted money if it was made of gold or silver? Because you could melt it down. But look at your pocket today. Paper? Plastic? Digital numbers on a screen? We've moved from value you can hold to value you have to trust. But what happens if that trust disappears? Think of money as a magic language. Imagine you're a world-class Lego builder and your friend is a pro at baking cupcakes. How many cupcakes is one Lego castle worth? Is it 50? 500? Who decides? If you two can't agree, you can't trade. Money acts like a translator. It turns Lego skills and baking skills into a single language: dollars. Lego castle equals $100. Cupcake equals $2. Translation: one castle equals 50 cupcakes. Suddenly, everything in the world has a label. It makes it possible for a brain surgeon in Japan to buy a surfboard from a guy in California without ever meeting him. They don't need to speak the same language. They both speak the language of price. If you thought money is all physical, you are wrong. Right now, most of the money in the world isn't even physical. It's just bits of electricity moving through underwater cables. If you could see all the money in the world, 90% of it would be invisible. So how do we carry all that wealth without our pockets exploding? Imagine you're a billionaire. If you had to carry your wealth in stuff, you'd have to drag around 500 houses, 20 planes, and 1,000 cars everywhere you went. You wouldn't be able to move. Money is like an invisible backpack. It's a way to shrink all your hard work, your talent, and your stuff into a tiny, lightweight form. The past. You carried a heavy cow, hard. The recent past. You carried a gold coin, easier. Today, you carry a piece of plastic or a phone, easiest. Whether it's a dollar bill or a Bitcoin, it's all just a way to store your effort so you can carry it in your pocket. So, what did we learn? Money isn't magic. It's the video game credit for real-life work. It solves the pizza slice problem. It's a magic translator, and it's an invisible backpack. Money is just a tool. It's not the goal. The stuff you do to earn it and the way you use it to help others is what really matters. If this video made money make sense for the first time, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. It's like giving this video a credit for being helpful. Comment below. If you could go back in time, what's the weirdest thing you'd try to use as money? I'm choosing chocolate bars. And don't forget to subscribe so you can level up your real-life XP every single week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.